Welcome, guys, to maximizing your business structure. So, this one's a lot different, I would say, by far, because it's really focusing on your business. And, guys, remember, this isn't business credit. Number one, I don't really believe in that stuff. I'm really big more so on maximizing your structure, simply because out of all the years that I've been able to do things, this is by far the most and best thing you could do for your business, no matter what. Business credit, again, unless you're doing some crazy numbers, then of course, but all the no PG stuff and all the net 30s you guys see with those gurus, that's just a waste of money. You guys don't need to do this. Your time and effort needs to be setting up, maximizing your business. The reason why we're doing that is because, think about this, 1 plus 1 equals 2, okay? And that accounts and accords to simply the fact of your personal credit plus your business equals maximum business funding. So this whole module is about magnifying your business to make you look big, making you look presentable to the banks to be able to get the funding that you guys need for your business. And the best part about this, you guys will be able to repeat this over and over and over anytime you guys need more money for your business or anytime you guys are trying to scale your business. That being said, let's get started. So welcome to magnifying your guys' business, okay? This is what the whole module is going to be. You guys know how this works a little bit. We'll be quick. We'll get into it. It's not the longest one because it's more so steps that you guys have to just follow, okay? So here's what we're going to be able to cover. How to set up your business to have banks looking for you, right? We want your business to look attractive. We want it to look sexy. So that's what we're going to be covering in this module, okay? Right? Why magnifying your business matters. A lot of people just think, oh, I need business credit. No, trust me. There's a lot of things that does not even go. Most of the times, if you do get declined and they say something about your business, it's usually because they can't verify your business. So what we're going to do is magnify it to the max so they always will be able to find your business, okay? The masterclass curriculum, so that you guys know what we're going over A through Z to magnify your guys' business and make it just look sexy. Again, like I said, you guys are going to hear me use the word sexy a lot of times because you guys want to look presentable to the lender no matter what, okay? Right, goals and rewards. So again, previously we've always been focusing on your personal credit, everything with personal. Now we're going to the business side. So the goals is going to be way different. The rewards are going to be different because what we're trying to do here is make your business look big. That's it. So that you can easily get more money from the bank, right? Obviously, you guys know the important things to remember that, please, guys, this is what I just want to say with your business. Your business is your baby. This is the one that's receiving the money. So understand that. Understand that your business is the one receiving the money. We're not putting this in your personal name, so make sure that you guys follow this all the way through, okay? And how to get help and support at the end, you guys will understand how to get a business audit, how can we look at your guys' stuff before you guys actually go through funding like always, okay? Obviously, for important updates, please just go to my Instagram, message me if you guys need any help, any questions, right? And share the course. Obviously, again, this is way different. Each module, you guys can see that it's way different, probably things that you guys haven't heard of yet, or things that you guys are like, wow, I didn't know I was missing that out in order to get maximum business funding. So just share it. Again, let's help business owners. Let's help other people, especially now more so when it comes to business funding. Share it to people that actually could benefit from having business funding, okay? Right? Warning, please, guys, when this happens, and I tell people all the time, this is simply important because you don't want to mess this up. It becomes a pain in the ass. Trust me, I promise you right now, it will be the biggest pain in the ass if you mess this up. So again, watch this to the end. This will probably be the most quickest one, and each one of these sets are really simple and fast to do. Okay, right? You guys know, pro tip: watch this time to speed. I know I talk really fast. I'll try slowing down sometimes, but in general, watch it time to speed, and you guys will be able to understand what we're doing, and it's going to be more so quicker. You guys can take action steps and get going. Okay, right? So obviously the first one is magnifying your guys' business. That's number one, okay? What does it happen? And obviously the AKA, the foundation for your business, well, what does it provide? Security. You have more security when you can magnify your business simply because you're separating yourself and your business, right? Lending worthy. You become more lendable to the banks because if they can look you up and find your business, why would they not want to lend money to you? It would make no sense, okay? Bigger limits. So you can get way bigger limits the more that you do this simply because the bank thinks that they're working with some S&P company, makes it look like they're working with some major company, major mom and pop, whatever it is, you look major to them, okay? Your credibility. You look way credible if you have a business that's set up nicely, looks big to the banks than you did if, your business is sharing the same phone number as you, sharing the same, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, address as you. Because think about it. You go to the bank and you say, oh, here's my business. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I'm putting $1 million on these applications. I'm putting $400,000 on these applications. Like, but are you working from home and you have your own office? Like, what is going on? Okay? So you look more credible, right? The reputation you have, again, you want your VP or your banker, later on we'll go over how to build those relationships. You want them to actually know you for doing something, so it helps your reputation out. And again, I say, like, think about it. If you had a family member and you say, hey, mom, dad, brother, sister, I have a business. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Like, they take it as a joke. But if you're like, hey, I have a business, what's the name? Look it up. You guys can find me on Google. I'm ranked. You guys can look X, Y, and Z. It looks a lot better. It really does, okay? And results from establishing businesses properly, and this is the only way that you guys will be able to do a lot of things, but the results is a lot, right? We've been able to work with banks like GM, Truist, B of A, and Chase, and these banks right here will literally give you the best results by magnifying your business to the fullest, okay? Nothing is better than working with major banks. I can promise you that right now. Nothing, okay? Right? And obviously, lines of credits require it. So in order to get a line of credit, you have to actually make your business look good across the board. These are just two different lines of credits that can show you guys to get those big limits. I mean, in general, Chase, all these banks, they're going to want to make sure that your business actually looks good. They're not going to do it if you have a home address unless you're making millions a year. So if you guys are really interested in getting business lines of credits and maximum funding, just do this step. And most importantly, it helps you all in the future. So that's a good thing, right? This method will show you guys how to get offers and pre-approvals from the banks they want to lend to good businesses. Guys, when the pandemic hit, when 2008 happens, when the economy goes down, who do they lend money to? They lend it to the businesses, PPP, SBA. The reason why they do that is because businesses make the economy drive. So if you guys can set yourself up to look big at least, even if you're not doing big things, when things happen, you will always have a nice going business, right? I've seen many make major mistakes when it comes to setting up their business, and this is so true, right? Ruining their funding chances. So it really does ruin your funding chances. I say that all the time. If you make little mistakes, simply because, just to be honest with you guys, the banks, they're kind of annoying. You guys probably have done that before. You guys probably, business wasn't set up properly. You go to the bank and they're giving you all this, BS. They're giving you laps, and you have to keep on fixing it. So let's just do it right now before you, right? I've been able to fund 5 to 10 times more, and I can promise you guys that right now, just by properly setting up clients' businesses. 1 + 1 = 2. You plus your business equals maximum funding. So the 5 to 10 times thing is true. I don't know if you guys know, but you guys could probably, most of you guys that have good credit, you could qualify for a sole prop or just go through funding with the sole prop, which I've done before for people. And basically, if they don't have a business, you just use their SSN. It doesn't report to your personal credit. But in general, I'm going to just tell you guys what happens with that. The limits are so much lower, and it's not even funny. So again, it's like, the risk is also there if anything were to happen. So just be careful with that. But again, your business plus you equals maximum business funding. Okay? Right? This method has literally helped me get approvals and pre-approvals. That's actually pretty cool. And obviously build great relationships with with VPs. So that's basically a vice president business manager at the bank. And you guys can see, I was able to get the Hilton Honors from Bank of America, or AMX, simply because, again, my business looked good. I was able to get the pre-qualify. And what I mean by pre-approval, they'll give you guys like letters in the mail. They'll literally look at businesses, look public records, what's near them, who opened an account. They'll actually give you guys letters with the code. You can take that to the bank and actually apply. And it's like an instant approval 99% of the time. So it's always a cool thing. So now, obviously, I want to show you guys and walk you guys through this method for, how to properly setting up your business so you don't make the mistakes that I did. I made so much mistakes. Guys, when it came to funding, the only reason why it probably took me 2 to 3 months was simply because I was making mistakes with setting up the business. That's it. Okay? I don't want you guys wasting money on, opening businesses like I did. I wasted probably $2,000 to $3,000 at first when I first did it, because one of them I picked the wrong name. The other one, my net 30s, accidentally like bad. It was just crazy, guys. Okay? So think about it. Your credit profile will be able to get what it wants. Okay? So think about it. 30 days, you can get what you want. But what happens if your business can't get what you want? Have you guys ever thought about that? So that's why your credit profile can, but can your business? Okay? Right? I've been able to... So here is literally the school setup, right? Right now, you guys have done the credit sweep, bulletproof your credit profile, and now magnify your business, okay? So we'll keep on going with that. Make sure it's going strong. Hopefully you guys are following each step, please, so you guys can be able to get these two, seed capital and unlimited funding masterclasses, and you guys will be able to crush it, okay? Right? Who is this for? Obviously, this is for business owners, investors, entrepreneurs who don't have their business set up properly or aren't sure if they're doing the right things when it comes to their business. They have maybe been denied because of funding or because of the business not being able to be set up during the funding process due to the industry, whatever it is that wasn't optimized when you went to funding. Because again, 99% of the time, if your credit is really good, the only reason why you're going to get declined is because of your business structure. So understand that. And when I say business structure, like not C Corp, S Corp, LLCs, or any of that. That doesn't really matter. You guys can talk to, a CPA or whoever does your taxes on which one. Either one's gonna be able to get funding. Just to be honest with you, right? Beginners, no business, no EIN, or brand new to the funding game, guys. This is also for you. If you guys are looking to get started, you don't want to make the same mistakes I did. This is gonna be good. Everybody inside the Capital Society will win no matter what. You guys already know that. But guys, for the beginners, this will actually help you out a lot in the long-term game too, because you guys will always be able to understand how to structure a business and relatively quickly. I'm not saying like take your time. Like if you guys have an opportunity to go make money, then go make money. No one's stopping that. But just make sure your business is also set up while you're doing that for funding. Okay. And for safety seekers, for those who prioritize security and compliance in their business setup, they want to minimize risk, protect their assets, and ensure their business foundation is stable and resilient against potential legal and financial challenges. So again, this is also for your safety. And I say that because, and I'll explain it more so right now, that when it comes to this, you don't want a lot of the things tied to your personal information, because if anything would happen, you can't pay this money back. Well, again, it is your business. The reason why people, I think, forget that your business and you are two different people, or two different structures, two different corporations, they're not the same. So when you can at least tie your business to its own self, if anything's to happen, it goes to the business. Own phone number, they're calling that phone number. Own address, they're calling that address. Or they're shipping things to that address, my bad. So again, it's for you guys if you guys also want safety. So that's why I say like 0% or not 0% interest, no PG funding or PG funding. Like this is a way that you guys can keep yourself safe, okay? Right? We'll go over the modules, what's inside of it. Number one, obviously, of the Module 4 of magnifying your business. Number one, business name, right? That's the brand identity. Simply, guys, like picking a business name is actually crucial. You don't want to actually spoil what you do if you're in a high risk industry to the bank. The bank has risk of industries, okay? Real estate, investing. They don't want to lend money to people that are gonna, put their money at risk. So understand the business name, make it simple, make it, very simple actually. Like Gucci. What does Gucci mean? What does Amazon mean? What does Walmart mean? Like Walmart, what does Nike mean? Okay, make it that they don't know what you're doing. You have to tell them what you're doing. It makes it a lot easier across the board. Okay, right? Business names, Chase. What does Chase mean? Okay, what does Starbucks mean? What does Apple? Apple does not mean phone. Okay, so understand that. Okay, number two, business address. You guys want to look professional, credible to the banks. This will help you guys because the bank just basically wants to know if anything happened, how do I find you? Like, how do I find you? Right? So again, you can look up Starbucks, right? When you look up Starbucks, you see all the addresses of Starbucks, no matter where you're at. Because, guys, that's what Starbucks is meant to do. They want their business to look big. And you want the banks to think of you guys like a Starbucks, right? EIN, obviously the EIN, you guys probably know what that is, but it's basically just the SSN or your social security number for your business. It's also for taxes and things of that nature. But again, that's what it is in simple terms, okay? Right, this is what the EIN looks like. So you guys know, I think you guys all know what an EIN looks like, okay? Following your business, obviously, you guys want to follow your business in general, get your articles, get your operating agreements, get all the things that you guys need. And this is just in general. You have to follow your business and, it's pretty good. Northwest Reserve, you guys have heard those before. So, you guys know how to file a business. I think all of you guys do. Again, you guys can go to your Secretary of State, but I just want things quicker, or I like things that are done faster. So I just go to these websites, knock it out, boom, get my business, set everything up, and you're good. Okay, business phone number, right? You want to separate yourself and the business. So guys, get your own phone number. There's things like Grasshopper that are perfectly fine. Just have your own phone number, okay? Business website, email, and domain. So the online presence is really important. Again, use Starbucks as a website. You want it to look really good, right? I love Shopify because you get a business website plus a domain. It's an email, Google domains, or no, Google domains no more. But Google Business will actually help you get an email and a domain, and having two is perfectly fine. because again, you might want to do one for funding and also one for whatever you want to do it for. Just looks really professional. You don't want a Gmail, like saying Jaden@gmail.com doesn't look good as Jaden@savinglegacies.com. Because if the bank wanted to look me up, they can look up that at the end to find out, more about what we're doing. Okay, right? Business listings, this is for your visibility. I'll show you guys more so right now. Yelp, SEOs, like things that are listing you guys to actually pop up. So if they want to look you guys up, Yellow Pages, Monta, that they can actually find you. And that's obviously really important. That's why I say Yelp, SEO, all the things that you guys can are always going to benefit you, because if a banker can just look up, let's say Jaden's business, boom, 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 pop it up, it's on Google, they're going to be like, oh, wow, hell yeah. Okay. Right? Business bank accounts. Obviously, this is what, I always say. You guys have to make a bank account, one, to accept money. Number one, to put the money into your bank account. So the best bank accounts, obviously, we're going to go over that in general. I'd always recommend Chase and Bank of America. Bank of America is always the easiest one to open with. Chase, for funding reasons, you guys are going to want Chase, okay? So remember that, please. Right, and Dun & Bradstreet numbers. Guys, business credit, net 30s, you guys know about that. I need to go over it because you guys still need that number. But again, trust me, I'm not big on business credit, because when you guys are going through funding, when you're able to get your own capital, trust me, that also will be business credit, okay? So you can create your own business credit. You go get money from Chase. That's creating business credit. You don't need to do all these net 30 accounts. Trust me on that, okay? Here's what a DUNS number looks like. If you guys have one already, that's great. If not, I'll show you guys step by step on how to get one. Right? And obviously the course modules for this one, you guys already done the essentials. You guys already did the credit sweep and bulletproof. You guys already did the magnify the business. So you guys are already, ready to go. And this one, again, it's not going to be long. It's really simple. It's realistically simple. It's a lot of things that you guys probably already know. It's just matching things apples to apples. And the goals and the rewards for this one's just different across the board. Our goal is to obviously help you establish a strong professional business foundation that attracts funding. So again, they want to lend to businesses. Banks want to lend to businesses. Again, when things like that in down economies or whatever happens, they're going to always lend to a business. So understand that we want to set you guys up so that you guys can, one, repeat this process over and over. And number two, you guys are always going to be secure. Okay? All right, the vision. I want everybody in the community to have a solid business structure, because I want just my community to look good. I really want you guys to look really good. Imagine I can be like, look at all the people that are with me right now. We all are business owners. We're not just, I tell people all the time, right? When you label yourself as an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah, of course. But when you say I'm a small business owner, that just looks so attractive. And hopefully you have, your backup to, hopefully you can show that you're ranked. They can look you up so it also looks like you're backing yourself up. Please, guys, don't embarrass yourself, right? Right, and we need your help. Obviously, I want you guys to be a part of this vision across the board. And you guys know that all the time. Every video I say that because, again, I'm trying to build something. As you guys can see, from maximizing your credit, from the credit sweep to now the business structure, you guys can clearly see that we're trying to do something major here. And that's only possible because of you guys. And I can only say thank you. That's as much as I can. I want to help you guys as much as I can. I want to make sure you guys win as much as I can. So that's what I say. We need your guys' help because we want to help more people. I want the Capital Society to have more impact on everyone, right? And help people get the funding they need. If they are in here for funding, for credit, whatever they are, even just to maximize your personal credit, whatever it is, right? And maximizing your funding. So again, the goal is to obviously maximize everything we do. We do not want small limits. We want big boy limits. We want big money. We want things to make it a lot easier. So again, we want business growth and sustainability. And my bad for the stutter right there. With the solid business structure, you can attract the financial resources you need, guys. Again, I can promise you how much literally lenders I get always calling me, and not from MCAs. Do not take any MCAs. I'm telling you guys that right now. Do not take any MCAs. I'm talking about real banks, okay? And you guys get more offers. You guys are able to do things. And again, by following the process, you're well prepared to secure funding whenever the opportunity arises, okay? That's really important. The reward, obviously, you guys already know the reward. We'll keep on going over it. But if you guys want, okay, the chance for me to work with you guys and help fund you guys for the next year, that's one of the things. I want to build my students. I want to build you guys the one-on-one side. I don't have any one-on-one mentorships right now, but in general, I want to do that for you guys. And, you guys being a part of the community, making it bigger, that's what I think the minimum I can give back, okay? And then obviously also getting the elite funding team placed in your business that handles everything. creating your business, every time you need money. They'll always create your businesses. That's number one. Number two, obviously always maximize your credit profile. If you need cleaning up your credit. And then obviously always being able to get you business funding, which is, guaranteed $400,000 minimum. I can guarantee that right now. Right? How to enter, obviously, I just want you guys to do screenshots of improvements. So again, I know that not everybody's at the same place. Again, 100%, I keep on saying that. So anything you do is a win. Don't think that just because your credit's getting repaired that you can't start your business structure and then post that, because that's a win. Right? Anything you can do is a win. My mom, my dad, and my brother set up their business while I set up my business. Look what we did. Guys, Yelp, I'm #1 ranked on Google. Whatever it is, okay? And each video will show you guys how to do that and the best practices to do that, okay? And the reward, one winner every single month. You guys get access to VIP Society, which is cool. And obviously, you guys get the capital placement team covered by me. Like, that's not free, just by any means. It's pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie. To get your guys', it's like a team of 7 people onto a team inside your business that we will be covering, for the whole year to make sure your business gets to the next level, okay? And important things to remember, okay? This is what I want you guys to remember. What you don't know is what you don't know, again, okay? How much is your business holding you back, costing you? And I want to actually say it different, because usually when I say this, I'm like referring to funding. But realistically, this is kind of different because you probably, and most likely if you're here, you can get funding without having your business structured properly. But how much are you leaving on the table? That's more so the question here. How much are you leaving when you don't have your business maximized? Are you leaving on the table, right? Again, this is all for you. I want you guys to do this. Hopefully you guys are following every steps. Again, you're responsible for the results you get. I'll give you everything again. Like, you guys have everything with this one. It's the most simplest, and I'm trying to make this to be the most quickest, okay? Across the board. But you guys must act. Like, that's more so simple. This one, again, is the most simplest one, I would say, out of all of them, but it's not easy. Obviously, none of this is always going to be easy. I don't want to make it seem like it's a cake breeze. But, again, it's just setting up a business. You guys saw A through Z. You guys will. Unless, I would say, the only downside you guys might have is if your business is already structured and it's kind of messed up. Then again, what you guys can do, you can always fix that. If you can't fix that, just open up a new business. That's perfectly fine because, again, it doesn't matter what you're doing it for. You can get money and use it for a different business, okay? Right? And obviously, you guys got to do the work, okay? Make sure you guys are doing every single thing. Again, the sets that you guys are watching are made for you guys to do it step by step as I'm doing it. That's the whole point of this. I made this around me, what I would like, and what would help me get maximum business funding. So I'm hoping it's helping you guys, right? And just inspire others. Again, don't forget, guys, inspire others just to show them that they can do this. They might have terrible credit, but they can see a lot of people getting their business structure set up, getting funding results. So it makes them work that much harder and understand that they are so much closer there. Obviously, the community is always going to help you guys be able to get help and support. Post anything that you guys need in there. Obviously, especially for the business, I would recommend maybe 2 things. Number one, is that instead of, obviously you can always jump on the Q&As to understand if your business is, qualified, if you guys need any help, you can do that. I also would recommend, once you guys have your business structure A through Z, post it in the community. Like, hey guys, what do you guys think about my business? Does it look good? What do you guys think? Is it look cool? Does it look cheap? Does, would you lend to this? Just put that in the community and just tag everybody and everybody, comment on people's posts. Give your honest feedback. Be nice about it. Be respectful, about it. And that's a pretty good way. Or you guys also could just jump on a funding call and Nixon ask us, because at this point, you guys should be really close to getting business funding if you are here. And we just want to make sure that everything you guys do is maximized to the highest level. That's why we have no problem jumping on a free funding call. Obviously, spots are always limited on that because, again, I don't have a huge team just to take on 300, 400 calls a day. But use it when you guys actually need it. If you can't get on the Q&A, which are all recorded, but for whatever reason you can't do it, that's perfectly fine. Okay? Summary. Understand, right? Understand basically how to maximize the business, magnify the business, make the business look big. And you guys will see this across the board. Okay? So take massive opportunity action, right? Again, the opportunities are not always going to be there. And I just say that in general because if you guys understand that the business, maximizing and magnifying your business is the key thing of being able to have opportunities. If you're using $200,000 on one business and your utilization is high, or the bank is saying you have too much credit on this business, then understand that you can create another business over and over and over. And with you doing the previous module of having good credit, you're not worrying about it because you know, oh, I can just go and get another business. Obviously, hopefully you guys don't ruin a relationship with the bank. But that being said, if you have a good relationship with the bank, you're paying your bills on time, doing everything that you should be doing, you'll always be fine, right? Right, and again, the quote, right? Just to summarize it for you guys, I know you guys might be tired of this, but what's the best time to plant a tree? 30 years ago. Second best time is now. So please, again, everything, take actionable steps. That's why we set up the sets like this, so you guys can follow through and do what happens on those sets. That being said, guys, you know what time it is? Let's get to work. See you guys on the next module. Obviously, finish the sets, please, and let's get ready for my favorite part, funding time.